to be alive, blessed to wake up today.
All right. Blessed to play basketball tonight.
Only time to tell.
Go ahead, guys.
How you feeling physically?
Feel good. Just taking my time, listening to my body, reacting to the things that I can control, not reacting to the things I can't control.
Do you know when it happened? When you kind of experienced the pain or anything like that?
It was really just kind of after the game. It was just bumps and bruises that come with the game. You just got to listen to your body. There's some things I can't control, but what I can control is my effort and attitude.
Yeah, among things you can't control is who the general manager is. What was your reaction to that change this week?
It's just things that are out of my control. Like I said, I got to be focused on the team getting this dub today. Just bringing the effort and energy that we possibly can. We're focused on each day, and we're trying to stay present.
What was the rehab process like getting back?
Really listening to my body, just making sure that everything that's connected to me is all good. I can't have one thing be good and a couple other intangibles be bad. So just making sure everything in my body is good. My health, everything I put in my body, no matter if that's the food I put in, the water I put in, just try to make sure I'm staying on top of myself.
We know the injury was initially listed as a contusion, and then it was upgraded to a sprain. I guess what happened in between that time?
You just got to listen to what Doc said. It took some time to get the results back. So, the time that it takes to get back, we had to listen to what it was. We can't lie to y'all. We got to be honest. So, I'm not going to be able to go out here and just say that it wasn't nothing. I had to listen to my body. There were some things I couldn't do, so I had to give my body some time to rest.
You faced a lot of injury in your career. What have you learned from seeing the game from your perspective?
There's going to be a lot of ups and downs. We look at last year, there was a lot of injuries, but, we stayed together. We stayed focused on what we can control. There's going to be bumps and bruises, there's going to be ups and downs, but we got to be able to stay focused and keep moving forward.
Has any vet kind of mentored you on how to be a student of the game while you're watching it from the sideline?
100%. Tyson, Coach Kidd, talking to them, just seeing the things that, I noticed, trying to talk to my teammates, trying to give them encouragement, trying to tell them the things that I see, and try to help them on the floor while I'm on the floor, or off the floor.
What's it been like to see Moussa Cissé's performance and how he's been able to help the team here?
Amazing. He's bringing a lot of effort, a lot of energy. He's going out there, he's running up and down, no matter if he gets the ball, no matter if he's blocking shots, he's always bringing a lot of talk, a lot of energy. No matter if he's on the floor, if he's on the bench, he's always making sure that he's picking somebody up and he's bringing a whole lot of energy.
What have you just seen from Coop these first 13 games or so?
He's been steady. No matter what anybody in the media is talking about, he's a great player. No matter what anybody has to say, he's been putting his head down, he's been focused on things he can't control. He's going out there, he's been a dog. There's been times where, he's fallen, but we as a team have been picking him back up.
You mentioned some things you weren't able to do. What are you able to do right now in basketball?
You see me out there, I'm running and jumping, so I can only just listen to my body, and hopefully, we can get on the floor tonight.
What are some things that you did that maybe aren't basketball that might just get your mind off of the injury?
Stay with my family, stay with my daughter. That's one thing that, I go home, smile on her face. No matter what I do, no matter if I'm on the court or off the court, she's always going to look at me as her father. So it's great to have another sunshine in my life.
What are some areas this team can maybe improve to accomplish a couple wins?
We got to be able to lock in on the defensive transition. We got to make sure that we take care of the ball, limit our limit our turnovers, but also we got to be aggressive. We can't just settle on just one pass shots. We got to be able to move the ball, get in the paint, and find the open man. We got to find the best play, not the first play.
Thank you.